Yo, what's going on guys? It's Rest. In this video, I want to go over damage types and Wonderlands. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, I'm kind of just going to everything we know leading up to the launch of Wonderlands, so you guys have a good idea of a character you want to play, the stuff that's going to be in the game, and if you overall just want to purchase the game itself. We actually have a lot of information if you go digging through their website, and that's what I'm doing in all these videos and bringing it to you guys just in a simple format to watch and view at your own pleasure. So if you guys do enjoy this or find it helpful, consider doing all the normal YouTube stuff. It really helps me out and our community grow by getting these videos out there for everyone to see. I truly appreciate it. And like I already said, this video is going to be going over all the damage types, which is actually pretty interesting because there is going to be a new damage type alongside others that are returning but just have a different name. So obviously in Borderlands we have Incendiary, Shock, Cryo, Radiation, and Corrosive. That's in Borderlands 3. Obviously Radiation was added to Borderlands 3 as a new element, and it used to be Explosions in Borderlands 1, but they're simply just in Torque weapons now. So this game is going to be very similar. We have a whole write-up here talking about every single type of damage that we have, but there is going to be new ones. So we just have damage types. Depending on what kind of foul fiend or enormous monstrosity you're up against, ordinary firepower may not be the best way to get the job done. Elemental damage types can greatly enhance the effectiveness of your arsenal when used in the right situation. So it's a good idea to know when to bring the fireballs to a fight. So right here, clearly, just like every other Borderlands game, it's going to work the exact same way. Certain elemental types is going to be good against certain health bar enemies, which is really cool because it changes the way you have to play the game up a little bit. But getting into the next paragraph, there are 5 elemental damage types available to you in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. We have Fire, Frost, Lightning, Poison, and Dark Magic. When squaring off against an enemy, take stock of what color the health bar is. This will indicate what elemental damage type works best against them. So from this VOM, the trend of them just kind of renaming stuff from Borderlands, we have Fire, Frost, Lightning, and Poison. Fire is obviously Incendiary, Frost is obviously Cryo, Lightning is obviously Shock, and Poison is going to be a good chance to be Corrosive damage. But we have the new one that is Dark Magic, which I guess could be Radiation, but it actually is a brand new one once we get later down into the new ones. So Fire burns flesh, red health bars to a crisp, Lightning zaps any wards blue, Poison seeps through armor yellow, and Frost chills bones white, then assists to the bone. Sustained frost damage has the added bonus slowing your enemies and eventually freezing them solid into giant ice cubes, which just so happen to take a triple the amount of melee damage. Make sure to carve those ice sculptures with whatever sword, axe, or mace you've got handy. So looking at this paragraph, this actually does answer a lot of things. Obviously fire is good against health bars, red health bars. Lightning is good against blue, which are shields, but are called wards in this game, which I'll have another video on. Then poison is corrosion. It is going to destroy armor. But what's interesting is that frost is obviously going to be good against bones, but there's going to be a new health bar, which is white. So I would imagine skeletons are going to have white health bars. It's no longer just going to be the red, blue, and yellow health bars that we're used to. There's also going to be a white aspect now. So maybe a normal flesh enemy could have a bone armor suit on, and it would take cryo to take that off instead of a corrosion to take their armor off, which could be really cool. I can see they're doing a lot of interesting stuff with that. It's going to change the dynamic of the game. And can you imagine just a gigantic raid boss, just a huge skeleton that is nothing but a white health bar? I think that would be really cool. Then obviously sustained frost damage, just like cryo, you're going to be able to slow and then freeze them. And in my other video I was talking about with the berserker, if they actually have the ability to do the triple the melee damage like it was in Borderlands 3, it's going to be insanely good because you know, you're going to be doing triple the damage. But right here it says, which just so happens to take triple the amount of melee damage. So again, that is returning from Borderlands 3. So this is going to confirm that the Berserker is even more absurdly good than what we've already read. And if you guys would like to go watch the Berserker video, you can go check that out on my channel. And then moving on to the next paragraph, it says, and if you don't mind dabbling in the occult, dark magic siphons your enemy's vitality, sending it straight to your health bar. These life-stealing properties can keep you going during prolonged battles, provided your dark magic is hitting its mark. So obviously dark magic is not radiation. This is a brand new element that is actually based around lifesteal. So I assume once you apply a status effect, you're going to be able to just constantly heal, because it's saying it's siphoned from your enemy's vitality. So while it's doing damage, you're just kind of getting healed from it. So it's kind of like a moxie weapon just turned into an element, which is really cool. Or it's even kind of like sustainment on Amara. So I can imagine the elemental based character in this game is going to be really good with dark magic, because you're going to have a ton of life stealing. And the Statmancer has the ability to really enhance their status effects. So I can imagine they're going to be able to make all of these work extremely well. But dark magic, I think, is probably what they're going to play into the most, because you're going to have some insane lifesteal, plus like all the glass cannon of the game. So being able to just constantly lifesteal over and over again is going to be really cool. Then all 5 elements types also deal some damage over time, which can be a huge boon in fighting big bad bosses or tougher underlings. With the right blend of elemental damage at your disposal, you'll be more than ready for whatever Tina throws at you next. So right here, again, this is just confirming that, again, they all are going to do damage over time, which does mean the theory of dark magic kind of doing damage is siphoning what I was just talking about a second ago is true. So again, this is just like every other Borderlands game, except there is a new element and they changed the names of them up. They didn't change them too much. Obviously, fire is still incendiary, frost is still cryo, lightning is still shock, and poison is still corrosion. We just have the new one added on, and I can't wait to see all the Satisfic builds that come out, especially on the Salamancer, because I think Dark Magic with the Salamancer is going to be insane. Just from reading this stuff and going over all the other classes, I can already see a bunch of build crafting stuff that's going to come through. Even obviously the known one with like the Berserker and melee doing triple damage to frozen enemies is going to be really good as well, since we know that is returning. I cannot wait for the launch of this game. But if you guys would like to see all the updates and news leading up to the launch of this game and learning a lot of stuff about it, and even when the game launches, going over builds and any other little secret thing, just entertainment in general, be sure to stick around, because I'm going to be posting a ton of content on this game up to the launch and even when it launches, plus covering every single DLC that drops as well. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are as well. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.